So why Cain Consulting? Let's start with the mission statement, advancing leadership. I started developing this idea back in 1979, which is the first time somebody pointed at me and said I was in charge. In the 4 decades since then, I've had the privilege of leading people in union and non-union environments, civilian and military environments, in the United States and around the world. And I've learned some things about leadership that I'd like to share with you in this video. The first one is that the leadership responsibility really boils down to 2 distinct buckets. One is the people that leader has under their charge, and the second is the task that those people are all there to execute. Very simple, people and task. The second thing to share is that people can accomplish anything that you ask them to. I've learned this again over the 4 decades. It's been proven again and again. If the conditions are right, you have the right people, you have the right leadership, if you have the right plan, if you have the right resources, if you have trust, those people will accomplish anything for a leader. The third truth is that leaders are made, they're not born. And I realize that this goes against some people's idea. But I believe that the reason we think leaders are born is when we have a personality blend with somebody. Might be outgoing, you're an outgoing leader, we get along together, that's a nice mesh. Or the other end of the spectrum, perhaps I'm a little bit introverted and you're an introspective leader, we get along and I see you as a great leader. I respectfully offer that that's not enough. Leadership is far more complicated than that. The fourth truth is that I believe that as a society there's an absence and a clear definition of what exactly an effective leader is and does and looks like. We have a definition for a brain surgeon. We have a definition for a pilot, for example, for a CPA, for a lawyer. But do we have that definition for a leader? I haven't seen evidence of that in my 4 decades. The fifth reality that I've learned is that perhaps because we don't have a clear definition, there also seems to be an absence in an understanding of what are the discrete behaviors that each leader needs to be able to demonstrate. Have we identified those? Can we measure those? Can we train to those? I believe we haven't identified them. We haven't defined them. But once we do, I believe that we can train to those and we can develop leaders. So therefore, leaders they're made, they're not born. So again, those 5, starting off, leaders are about task and people. Second is that people can accomplish anything that they put their mind to if the situation is right. The third is that leaders are made, they're not born. The fourth is the absence of a clear definition of what an effective leader is. And then the fifth is what are those discrete skills that an effective leader knows and demonstrates on a regular basis. So I realize that the whole point of you watching this video is that either you or your organization is seeking some kind of a change. So therefore, there's a little bit of work ahead of you because change is not easy. But you are looking for a sustainable, improved, effective performance over time, and that's why you're probably looking at this video, and I believe I can help you with that. The way I do business, the overlying way I do business is through integrity and honesty. I will always tell you the truth. You may or may not always want to hear that truth, but I'll tell you the truth as I know it, or as I see it from my experience, rather than the truth that you may want to hear. The process that I use is very simple. I break things down into simple parts. 3-step process: assess, adjust, and accelerate. So you're interested in change, you're interested in better leadership performance, you're interested in some organizational improvements. Okay, let's assess where you're at right now. Let's assess your strengths, let's assess your gaps. Then you and I will then take a look at that assessment, we'll draw some conclusions and agreements about that, and from there we'll build a plan. How are we going to adjust you or the organization in order to get the results that you're looking for? That's the hard work, making the change. You need to be the torchbearer here because you're the insider, you're the leader in the organization. I'm just a helper, a trusted advisor, hopefully. That's where the hard work is, in the adjustment phase. If the assessment's done right, if the adjustment is executed properly, then what you can expect then is accelerated performance. Whatever metric it is that you want to measure, we should be able to see performance change and improvement in that metric over time. And that's an underlying theme, is that this is about sustainable improvement. This isn't about a 90-day improvement. This is about you having a change to yourself and your organization that's going to last you for the life of the organization and the life of your experience there. So feel free to reach out on the website or via email, and let's see if we can have a conversation. Perhaps I can help. Thanks for taking your time to watch the video. Look forward to talking with you.